Delta Signal is an Ohio-based auto electrical supplier who began conducting business in 1992 with Chairman Rachelle and her daughter Lois Weber. In 2012, new CEO Brian Nielsen expressed concern for the company as stock started decreasing, internal materials and production costs increased, and overall market share was being lost to competitors. After understanding what was wrong with the business, they were able to set goals to work towards in the future. Going forward, Delta Signal has hired external contractors to analyse their internal structure. This process will include making changes to the internal business structure in order to have professionals in positions they are confident in. The people placed in these positions will be better able to analyse business systems and make strategies to achieve their goals. These will include reductions in production costs, labour costs and manufacturing expenditure. By doing this, Delta Signal will be operating at a lower cost and thus retain more earnings. Delta Signal will then be able to focus more resources on R&D, which will give them more competitive advantage by utilising the newest technologies at a lower cost, while still retaining quality in their products. Rachelle will now discuss the internal business analysis.
Analysing the internal processes for Delta is essential in order to achieve success within the next 3 years. Following an inside-out perspective will allow Delta to focus on the internal workings to further improve their external gains. Taking into consideration the corporation's resource base, stock of assets, and activity system allows for an understanding of how Delta conducts its business. Delta offers a wide range of products with 2,000 distinct variations, along with 100 separate production lines to create it all. Delta utilises their intangible and tangible resources, allowing for an enhanced experience and the ability to meet strategic change. Delta has seen an improvement in their tangible total assets from $947 million in 2011 to $1,008 in 2012, which emphasises the possibility for improvement within the next 3 years. Delta would benefit greatly focusing on their intangible assets, such as competency of staff and quality through developing a focus on Six Sigma and Kaizen processes. This can be seen through the corporation's clear focus now on its values and engaging with customer experience. It is essential to analyse Delta's generic value chain in order to understand where Delta can improve. Evaluating Delta's inbound logistics, operations, marketing, and services will allow for this. Implementing quality inspections in inbound logistics to assist with the operations to ensure that not only the products are of a high quality, but also the production line is of the same standard. Utilising Delta's positioning for high quality products and focusing the market in the correct channels to gain buyers' attention. Employing promotions that highlight the quality of the products will assist with this. Creating a high quality product and production line while implementing an exceptional marketing strategy will bring customers in. However, service will be the last point of contact prior to purchase. Providing services which is in the same line of quality as the product is vital for success. Delta implementing a warranty policy is a step in the direction which is needed for success. Delta's value proposition is a dynamic part of the corporation. A focused approach is needed to have high economies of scale and high quality products, offering in turn, allowing for consistency with value for their customers. This links to Delta's competitive advantage as they grow competitive defendability and environmental consonance, in turn gaining sustainability. Kaizen implementation, sustaining high quality standards, and developing wear resistance in their products are all aspects of competitive defendability. Maintaining environmental consonance through attending to customers' needs and wants, along with innovations in technology, are a few key areas Delta must maintain for competitive advantage.
Porter's 5 Forces analytical technique is a powerful tool to utilise in understanding the nature and external competitive environment that surrounds your business, while simultaneously identifying the potential for profitability. The most dominant forces that organisations are presented with are the buyers, suppliers, entrants, substitutes, and competitors. Original equipment manufacturers, or OEMs, like Delta Signal, have a huge customer demand, and so their operations and supply levels must meet these pending needs. With this in mind, the threat of new entrants can play a huge role in the success of the business because it places the need for high operational capacity and capital to maintain and grow. In the next 3 years, Delta Signal must consider this and ensure that overheads and the rivalry correlates from this against competitors, meaning that Delta Signal must have a strong distribution network and a high capital to keep up with the constant changes that will spike over the next 3 years. The threat of substitutes currently involves the issues around the market surrounding Delta Signal's consumers and targets. As of now, the company faces the issue of consumers switching to a low-cost carrier, which could reduce profits and share margins in the future. This also means that in future, Delta Signal may have to consider an external consultant on ways to reduce costs of manufacturing while still maintaining quality to keep up with the projected markets. This gives buyers and suppliers the power to sway the types of materials and the types of products that Delta Signal utilises in order to keep up with the consumer demand. Overall, the OEM must consider all external forces as seen through Porter's analysis to keep up with the demand and not get overthrown by new entrants and competitors.
In the next 3 years, Delta must continually refer to their pest analysis. It provides in-depth analysis on political, economic, socio-cultural and technological influences on the company. Over the next 3 years, Delta will continue to move into overseas markets. This expansion process will bring new regulations and policies in regards to how the business can operate in these countries. Delta's competitive advantage in the Asian market may be hindered by China's government wanting to enact a law that would mandate OEMs to share their technology if they want to operate in China. Delta will continually employ R&D projects and initiatives in order to gain competitive advantage. Delta must continue to invest in these technologies. Delta must continue to monitor the economic outlook in order to focus the budget for the company accordingly. Busts and recessions in the economy can negatively affect Delta's competitive advantage if they don't allocate their budget efficiently. Delta should continue to invest in higher quality parts as they can market their products at higher prices. In the future, Delta will be more aware of their consumers' desires for lower cost products that still have a high quality. They will be able to develop these products for their customers going forward. Further, Delta should look to cease their no questions asked return policy, since it is an area of the business with the highest potential for loss in regards to giving away products that may not be damaged to begin with. In the next 3 years, Delta should continue to employ outside consultancy firms in order to get third-party advice on how to strategically map their business system from the inside out.
The balanced scorecard is a modern-day used technique utilised by managers that uses financial measures to then utilise different aspects of the business that go over aspects including but not limited to customer satisfaction, the organisation's innovation, internal processes, and improving activities. The balanced scorecard also allows managers to view the company to constantly improve and create values in the business while also understanding which aspects of the business are successful. The following table will describe these values through Delta's perspective, through a financial shareholder perspective, a customer perspective, the internal processes, and learning with growth. We will also establish clearly which aspects were successful and which areas needed improvement. The financial shareholder perspective. As seen in the table above, the company exceeded in the financial aspects of the business through the 8-period simulation, achieving all of our goals through sales revenue, the return on investment, as well as earnings per share. Customer perspective. The customers had an extremely large impact on Delta as there is a high focus on innovation and quality, which we had a large focus on whilst allocating our funds throughout the business. This can be viewed through our following graphs, most notably through customers that rank our company best in class within quality and customers who view the company as innovative. These two focuses were very important to us and was a priority given we were a luxurious, innovative automotive electrical supplier. We also achieved sound results from the original equipment manufacturers, rating us as a desirable partner and customers requesting products for test usage. The only aspect we did not reach our goal in the 8 periods was in customer satisfaction, but will be a main focus for us over the coming 3 years. Following the inside-out perspective that the business has been utilising, we ensured that starting internally within the business was a main priority before Delta explored external forces. Whilst we obtained and even exceeded our goals for innovation and efficiency, respectively, after analysing the balanced scorecard data set over 8 periods, we should have focused more on the internal operations, but we'll take this information with us into future periods. Learning and growth. Customer satisfaction and employee productivity were the main focuses within learning and growth, with customer satisfaction being a main focus within the sector, allowing us to achieve our desired results. This was paired with a long drought of not seeing any improvement within employee productivity, but after increasing our awareness and funds into R&D engineers and training our staff on the latest technology, our results demonstrated that allocating funds to these supporting initiatives had an extremely positive effect, skyrocketing our results in the 7th period. Although we did not achieve our desired result, we have seen extremely efficient improvement and are prepared for our perception within the next 3 years of operation in Delta.
Overall, Delta must identify their internal processes in order to strengthen their position to implement an inside-out process. Delta Signal must focus on the quality of their products, productivity, marketing, and customer service to ensure that they are in the same line of quality. Potentially implementing a third-party firm to provide an in-depth analysis of the internal business will allow for a gain in external perspective. By acquiring an external firm to allow for analysis, Delta is ensured that their organisation will be able to keep up with the changing markets and gain competitive advantage. Balanced scorecards allow for the business to understand how it is doing in different aspects it invests in, and for managers to clearly understand this also. To conclude, current data of the business highlights an excellence in their financial sector and can align their goals with the customer's internal processes and learning and growth.